Shodown.com, and this is the 90th episode of Game-Rave TV. As we begin the final march to episode 100, I figured I'd lighten the mood a little bit and discuss one of my favorite subject matters. For those that don't know, my real job is that of a web graphic designer. When I'm not home scanning in variants, playing in PlayStation, or God knows what, I'm actually producing email artwork, website artwork, and product images for a gift company. Essentially, it's my job to make sure the company's products are accurately represented and look fantastic enough for you to want to buy them. Note the importance I put on accurately. If I mess something up, someone is going to spend money on a product that misled them, and no one wants that. Having 20 years of customer service under my belt, I can assure you, no one wants that. That guiding principle is what leads us to today's episode. 5 PlayStation game cases that flat out lied to you or figured out how to creatively not mention something missing in the game. Some of these nefarious offenders have been on Game-Rave TV before, but that just means we get to pick on them one more time. Our selections will start with the least nefarious and end with the completely insane. First up in the number 5 spot is good old Kickboxing. Now, on its own merit, it's actually a surprisingly fun game that could use a better combat system, but the game case is just flat out lying to you. On the cover, you have these 2 realistic fighters in the heat of battle, and then you turn on the game and get this. Now, I know what you're thinking, but wait, the picture on the back of the box would have told you, and you'd be right, except the screenshots are tiny. They essentially picked the tallest characters so you wouldn't be able to be caught off guard by the 7-foot tall clown and the stolen visual representation of Gary goddamn Coleman. Fourth in the lineup is Samurai Shodown III Blades of Blood. Now, we already went over this one in our Letter of Lament series, but it deserves a slot on this lineup thanks to 3 words on the back of the case. Nearly flawless translation. As it turns out, nearly flawless meant that dropping the frame rates, chopping off animations, lowering the resolution, dropping the selection timer, and stuffing a crippled audio package onto the platter was close enough. Look, you don't have to lie if your home conversion isn't up to snuff. In fact, just don't say anything at all, like our 3rd place entry, X-Men vs. Street Fighter. When the original game hit, it was one of the most amazing experiences you could have. You had Street Fighter characters, you had X-Men characters, and besides all the crazy jumping and ridiculous visually overpowering super moves, you could swap between characters in the middle of the match as much as you wanted to at any time. This gave way to crazy counterattacks and excellent team rivalries. When it came time for the home version, Capcom of Japan realized it couldn't fit the game onto the PlayStation in its standard form due to the system's limited RAM. Instead, they converted the tagging system into a support character role and replaced the tagging with the ability to link all of your super moves together into one giant combo. This remixed home port was known as the EX Edition to designate that it was not the same as the arcade. Sadly, no one at Capcom of America decided to share in Japan's honesty. With the Fighter's Edge release of the game, Capcom USA creatively left out the mention of both the EX designation and the lack of tagging. The box copy simply and repeatedly points out the link of super combos and how you can play either cast of characters, not and. To add insult to injury, there's actually a programmer's cheat that allows you to enable the tag option, but it's only for versus mode, and then each of you have to pick the same 2 characters but flipped. But hey, if it makes it feel better, you did get 20 points in the Fighter's Edge shop. Our second to last entry is one of the most painful, having not only been featured in our Letter of Lament series, but only now did I realize how insulting the packaging really is. Flintstone's Bowling is of course not a bowling game in the traditional sense. You slide down a hill and half a boulder knocking down pins every so often. The cover of the game only illustrates Fred in the half rock. With no context of what the game really is, this means he could be coming out of a Mario-style warp pipe for all you know. Flipping to the back reveals even more sneakiness. Our first screenshot simply calls out a strike, which is in bowling. The middle screenshot is so goddamn small you can't even tell what it is, but look, a pin rack icon. It's gotta be bowling. What's the back say? Bedrock is a bowling alley. Okay, vague. And you've got a seat inside the ball. Oh, okay, so like this is an oversized bowling ball, this is an oversized bowling alley. That's kind of cool. And there's 12 unique environments? Well, hot damn, let's get to this. Oh. Lastly, we have a crime against humanity. On the back of the box, the cover reads, "Uncover the magic mirror. Use your special attacks. The most ambitious will prevail, and keep your enemies from discovering the mirror." Holy hell, look at the robots. and the cool looking females with guns, and more robots. This Mobile Light Force game looks like a pretty sweet Contra style. What? Yep, that's right, folks. If you went into Mobile Light Force expecting a Charlie's Angels knockoff, what you got instead was the Japanese imported Gunbird. Now, realize that Gunbird is an extremely fun and whimsical shooter. However, if you didn't know what was really behind the charade, you would have been very confused and or angry. Especially if you got fooled twice with Mobile Light Force 2. Alright guys, that does it for this week. As always, subscribe to join the fun, like the video if you so choose, and comment below. Have you ever been misled by a lying game case? Let us know in the comments section. Otherwise, play, laugh, and love. We'll see you then.